Hi, my name is Hilary Carter. I'm the author of the 1111 Code. The 1111 Code is a true story, and it's my story. And since publishing this book, I've been contacted by people all over the world, and they're all asking exactly the same questions. So I thought I'd put together this short video to answer the questions. First question I always get asked is, I keep seeing 1111 everywhere, what does it mean? Well, if this happened to me, I started seeing 1111 everywhere, and it actually got quite frightening, and I had the same question, what does it mean? So I researched on the internet to see if I could find the answers, and I found out all sorts of odd things like, oh, there's portals opening, or it's your spirit guardians trying to contact you, or, oh, if you see it, somebody's just taken a photograph of your thoughts. But none of those resonated with me, so I decided that when the 1111 appeared to me, I would simply follow it and see what happened, which is what I did. When the 1111, and I saw it, I stopped and I took notes and acted on it. So if I got an email from somebody to 1111, I would respond in a positive manner. And I was taken on an incredible journey. I ended up buying an old convent in southern Spain. So if you're seeing the 1111 in your life, and asking why, what does it mean, I would say that the 1111 is actually the language of your higher self. We're spiritual beings in a physical body, and we're on a journey, and we're on that journey back to oneness, to connecting back to the one consciousness that we are. And if the 1111 is appearing in your life, I would say that this means that you've got a part to play in this journey. It means that you're ready to play your part. We all have a part to play, but it means that you're ready to play your part. What does the 1111 mean? Well, I believe that the 1111 is the sign of your higher consciousness. We're spiritual beings in a physical body, and the 1111 is our spiritual part of ourselves communicating to us and showing us the direction to go. For example, I have just bought a property purely on the basis of the map reference, which was 111. Now, Hilary, that's me, that's the ego, the separate part of me. Hilary doesn't want this building, really. I don't particularly like it. Hilary doesn't particularly like it. But there's so many 111s and 1111s around this building that I know that for me, that is the path of my destiny. So I put aside what I want, and I take a leap of faith, and I know that this is my destiny. I run it past my intuition, of course. Does it feel okay? But I don't run it past my head, because my head will say to me, oh, don't do that, it doesn't make sense. And sometimes, often in fact, the 1111 doesn't make sense. Here's another question. I'm freaking out. I keep seeing the 1111 everywhere. I wake up at 1:11 and something seems to make me look at the clock just as it's 11:11. Can you help me? Absolutely, yeah. I freaked out too when it happened to me. I got quite scared because I knew it was way beyond coincidence. No way was what I was experiencing just coincidence. So don't be scared, because it's actually really exciting, and it means that you're ready to wake up. And I would be reassured by that. So when it happens to you next time, instead of saying, oh my God, oh, I'm so scared, say, great, I've just seen the 1111. Now, what was I thinking about in that moment? What was I doing in that moment? What was I reading in that moment? And take note. You could also pause at 11:11 each day and just be very, very aware of what's going on around you in that particular minute. Who contacts you? Who do you see? Who do you hear? Does the phone go? Is there someone at the door? Just pause at 11:11 and know that you're pausing with many other people all over the world at that very minute. Here's another question. I see 11 and 22, 222, 333 everywhere, and I've been seeing it for 10 years. I know something's going on, but I don't know what. Okay, so this has been happening to you for 10 years and you've not actually done something about it yet. So I would say now's the time to do something about it. So follow the advice that I've just said about noticing who's around at the moment that you see 11:11. Because once we can all learn to put aside our egos, our separate self, then we'll all play our part in this journey of us coming back to one consciousness and working for the whole and not for the self. So working with 11:11 actually means giving up your own selfish wants, needs, desires for the good of the greater whole, for the one. Here's another question. I've read that 11:11 is the way that spirit guardians contact us. Since I've read that, I take more notice of the 11:11. I'd like to hear your opinion. Well, I'm really glad that you're taking notice of the 11:11, because the more people that do, the faster that we're going to get back to oneness. You can use the term spirit guardian if you like. Everything's an aspect of ourselves, so for me, I just use my higher self and my lower self. My lower self being Hilary, and my higher self being my spiritual self. How do I use it as a sign? How do I use 11:11 as a sign? I'll tell you a short story here. I was with a friend and she was looking for a place to rent. The estate agent contacted her at 11:11. There were huge coincidences around this particular property, not just 11:11, but the name was the name of her grandmother, but the name of the road, Rose Hill, was the name of her grandmother. There were lots and lots of coincidences and the 11:11 appearing. So she said to me, I just don't know what to do. I said, oh, look, for God's sake, look at all these signs, just take the place. She said, well, you know, the rooms are a bit small, I'm not sure that it's in the right location, and this is where you need to bypass the mind, because the signs were so strong, the 11:11 and the coincidences were so strong, bypass the mind and take a leap of faith from the heart. And that's how to use it as a sign. Don't get caught in the mind trap